Danielle here. So I thought I would do a quick video today to talk to you about the 4 appointments that I started off my journey with. And Ruby wants to tell you too. She was there, so she knows. So the appointments that I needed to have were with the psychologist, the nurse, the dietitian, and the surgeon. And after that, I would walk away knowing what was going to happen. So the first appointment, basically in all of these appointments, I was there to discuss my past, what diets I had tried, what had worked, what didn't work, what health issues I had, or other, obviously psychological issues I had or anything like that. And one of the questions I got asked by each one of them was why had I picked the bypass over the sleeve, being that the bypass was more dramatic. So the first appointment was with the psychologist. Sorry, I'm referring to my notes, that's why I keep looking sideways. And a lot of what he said were things that I'd already applied to other areas in my life. So I was able to relate to what he said, and I think maybe in that sense I probably didn't listen as well as I could have. However, I suppose moving forward, I will need to learn to apply what I apply to my business and other situations into my, I suppose, my eating lifestyle, my exercise, and that sort of thing. So I'm looking forward to, over the next 12 months, to be able to utilize his skills and stuff to sort of help me get past whatever barriers are stopping me from applying this philosophy to everything else. He was easy to talk to, but I don't think I've relaxed completely. Obviously, I had Ruby with me, so that sort of took a lot of my attention away from what I was discussing. That's right. And I think I probably could have got a little bit more out of it without her there. But also there was a lot of information that I sort of needed to take in, and almost a little bit too much information. So a little bit of information overload. From him, I then went on to visit the nurse. And this is where I brought up the current issues that I have with my iron. I've had low iron for the last 3+ years. I find it very difficult to take iron supplements. They sort of block my system up and cause constipation, so I don't like to take them just due to that. I've tried a range of different types and tried even harder while I was pregnant to take different, obviously trying different options, trying it with more with softeners and that sort of stuff to try and ensure that it didn't back me up, but it wasn't successful. I tried eating more red meat, having it with like with orange juice when I had my meat, those sort of things. I was able to hold out until the 32nd week when I had an iron infusion. So I'm not too sure what that sort of means going forward, whether that's going to cause more issues or not. But the nurse asked me to discuss it with the surgeon in regards to whereabouts in the digestive tract the iron's absorbed. So I'll talk about that a little bit later. I talked with her in regards to breastfeeding, because I am still breastfeeding. My plan was to breastfeed up to 6 months, which takes me to till next month, this month. So the end of this month was when my 6 months is up in regards to breastfeeding. Now, we have had a bit of issues with Ruby. She hasn't taken the bottle. She doesn't take the dummy. She screams and protests. So I did have the question in regards to, more in regards to that, and she recommended that I talked to the dietitian about that. I mentioned the reflux that I had. So I get reflux really bad during pregnancy. I had it with all 4 pregnancies, not just the last, but the last one I was medicated for, and medication didn't always help. So that was one of my concerns as well. I started getting reflux again after my last pregnancy, but I hadn't had it between pregnancies earlier. So I'm not too sure what that means for my future. And the other thing that the nurse that I went over was how the operation was done. And then sort of post-op care as well. So I'm going to have I'm going to need assistance afterwards because I will not be able to lift Ruby as she will be over the 6 kilo mark for the first 6 weeks. So I have to sort of work in and around that. My husband's going to take some time off work. I'm going to get somebody in to help me during the day for as long as I sort of need. I can hold her, I just can't pick her up and tense her stomach muscles. So that was very interesting. I was kind of hoping it was only going to be for 2 weeks, but no, it is the full for 6 weeks. So after the nurse, I popped in and saw the dietitian, and during this appointment, we sort of talked about the pre-op and post-op diets. Now, we only went into the first 2 to 4 weeks after the operation because there's just so much information to take in. So she gave me a big book of information to take home with me to read through. And I can obviously refer back to her over the next 12 months for when I need assistance more. She talked about the other services that they provide. One that I'm looking forward to is at 6 weeks. We go to a supermarket, we do we can do cooking, and then we go to a supermarket and look how to read labels and those sort of things around the supermarket. So that's pretty exciting. I also asked her in regards to the breastfeeding, at what point do I need to stop? She's going to confirm with me in regards to whether the shakes that I will be on are okay for Ruby, and if not, I'm going to have to start being a little bit more direct with Ruby in regards to taking a bottle. So I've still got to decide whether I'll express and given her expressed milk over the how long is it? I think it's either the 2 weeks before and then the 2 weeks after, in regards to express milk, or what I'll do there. So that's sort of a work in progress. So I'll make another video about that when I've learned a bit more. Then I sort of went in and saw the surgeon. Now he was really easy to talk to. He wasn't overly direct, but he was interested. He was very interested in the fact that I had chosen to go straight to the bypass rather than go to the sleeve like the majority of people. Now, I throughout all of these appointments, I was bypass. It's the only one I want. He mentioned that he believed I would get better results from the sleeve. However, he would do whichever operation I wanted. I could go either way. So I had one question that I really needed to ask him to find out, obviously, what was the way forward. And it was about the iron and where that was absorbed in the body. So, excuse me if I get this wrong, but iron is absorbed by the duodenum. I don't know. Anyway, it's the first part of the small intestines, and during a bypass, it actually gets bypassed. So I have got to do a bit more research in regards to that. However, when I left that appointment, I decided that I would go for the sleeve because I don't want to risk having any more iron issues than I already do, because I think that obviously iron plays a big part in the way that you live your life, and I didn't know what else, where things sort of go from there. Sorry, I'm a little bit lack of sleep. So anyway, as I mentioned, I decided at the end of my 4 appointments that I would go for the sleeve. So I got booked in to have the gastric sleeve done near the end of November, which is pretty exciting. It's not that far away. I have got another phone appointment with the nurse today to talk about the iron, just because I suppose I've had a little bit of self-doubt in regards to the sleeve over the bypass again, because I'm now thinking about the iron and my reflux issues and how that's going to be moving forward in my life. But I suppose, I don't know. I'm very confident about having the surgery. I'm just, I suppose, a little bit up in arms in regards to which one have I made the right choice in going for the sleeve. So I will let you know how that goes, and I guess we'll take it from there. Thanks again for watching. Please like the video, let me know that you're here, subscribe to my channel and keep an eye on me, and I will be in touch again soon. Bye bye for now.